dust coils upward as the dawn divides. 12 banners rise like hammered fire. The tribes stand numbered, names like stone. Each father's house a beating throne. Those scribes record with iron tongues. The nation counted rank by rank. 600,000 march-born men, a hardened sea of bone and breath. East on the sunrise, Judah stands. Issachar, Zebulun, blade bright bands. Reuben, south, the sons of flame. Simeon, get beside their name. We move when the cloud ascends. We hold when the presence bends. Numbered in fire, ordered in sand. A people shaped by a sovereign hand. To the west, Ephraim's legions wait. Manasseh, Benjamin, guard the gate. Northward, Dan, the serpent stride. Asher, Naphtali at his side. The Levites hold the center line. The ark at rest, the law divine. Every step of our renewed, every count of him subdued. Blood remembers what dust forgets. A census carved in silhouettes. We move when the cloud ascends. We hold when the presence bends. Numbered in fire, ordered in sand. A people shaped by a sovereign hand. We move when the cloud ascends. We hold when the presence bends. Numbered in fire, ordered in sand. A people shaped by a sovereign hand. In desert silence, the tribes align. A marching kingdom by design. The count is finished, the ranks enclosed. The journey begins with the numbered host. Silver gleam in the rising heat. Two trumpets call for command and creed. When they speak, the desert shifts. The nation moves beneath the clouds. Slow lift, breathe, hopes and waits. The signal nears. The march begins where glory stands. Blow once, chief rise, shadows tall. Leaders gather where the summons falls. Blow twice, every tribe in line. 12-fold order by design. Columns tight in dust ignites. Boots hit rhythm like war-born rights. From Sinai's flame to wilderness wide, we march in stride with the presence as guide. Judah breaks first with the lion's roar. Banner like fire on the desert floor. Issachar follows with the scholar's flame. Zebulun steady with the sailor's aim. Then Gershon's sons with the canvas weight. Merari bearing the structure's fate. We move like a spine of bone and breath. A convoy caught from life and death. When the trumpets call, we rise. The silver cuts the burning skies. Cloud above and sand below. We move wherever the presence goes. No lane claim, no ground our own. We follow the fire to calm that settles the wrath of skies. Each tone a covenant, sharp and clear, a language of brass the tribes revere. When the cloud lifts up, the people stand, a wave of breath across the land. When it settles down, the camp respires, a ring of tents around divine fire. We don't choose routes, we don't choose pace. Our compass lives in the holy place. Every morning holds the same command. Rise when he rises, move while you can. When the trumpets call, we rise. The silver cuts the burning skies. Cloud above and sand below. We move wherever the presence goes. No land claim, no ground our own. We follow the fire to the promised land. The desert hushes as the signal dies, but the trail still burns in the traveler's eyes. 12 tribes moving in a storm of dust, every step anchored in wandering trust. The trumpets sleep till the next command, and the march redraws the shape of the land. Smoke curls upward from the camp's unrest. Graves of craving carved into the west. A hunger rises louder than the flame. A trembling fault line in the holy name. They cry for Egypt with a bitter tongue, for garlic, melons, days undone. Forget the chains, remember the stew. Selective memory turns the faithful cruel. Manna like frost in the newborn light, grace in the morning, contempt at night. They trade their freedom for appetite, they trade their patience for a passing bite. Smoke at the edges, fire in the bone. Every murmured word becomes a stone. Ashes of the craving rise, burning through the desert skies. The hunger speaks, the camp divides, where flesh demands, the spirit dies. Ashes of the craving rise. Yeah. Moses breaks beneath the weight. Why me, Lord? This burden's great. 70 elders called by flame, spirit resting, breath reclaimed. The camp trembles as the wind grows wild, quail in a storm like a judgment piled. A sea of meat on the desert floor, a miracle twisted to a fatal score. They grab, they tear, they feast with haste, desired outrunning their sense of waste. Hands still greasy from the morning's catch, before the blessing the graves are etched. Not by famine, not by sword, but by the hunger that scorns the Lord. Ashes of the craving rise, burning through the desert skies. The hunger speaks, the camp divides, where flesh demands, the spirit dies. Ashes of the craving rise. Terrorist fire on the desert rim, a flame that answers every whim. The grave still whispered through shifting sand, a warning etched for every land. Freedom falters where appetite reigns, and craving burns like unchained flames. The smoke still lingers though the feast is gone. A lesson carved where dusk meets dawn. The camp moves on with heavy eyes, leaving behind the ashes of the cravings light. The camp is silent, too silent to trust. Jealousy smolders beneath the dust. A whisper rises where love should stand. A fracture forming in the prophet's bed. Miriam speaks first with a sharpened tone. Are we prophets too? Is he alone? Aaron nods, the doubt takes hold. A quiet rebellion, soft but bold. Not swords, not crowds, not raging cries. Just pride that flickers behind the eyes. They question the mantle on Moses' face, forgetting the fire that chose his place. He hears every whisper in the hidden tent. No word concealed from the one who said. No word concealed from the one who said. No word. When envy rises, truth will break. The camp will tremble, the earth will shake. Jealous tongues like arrows fly, but judgment answers every lie. The judgment answers every lie. Yeah. Hey, the Lord descends in a cloud of dread, a pillar of thunder above their heads. Three are summoned to the holy gate. No time to hide, no time to wait. The voice erupts, no metaphor. With prophets I speak in dreaming floor, but Moses stands in a clearer flame. Why strike the shepherd I myself ordained? Silence falls like a hammer thrown. Miriam stands trembling, skin like stone. White as winter, cold as frost. A sign of the honor her pride had lost. Aaron cries out, fear undone. Let not this sin consume the one who led in song on the Red Sea side, who danced when the water split wide. When envy rises, truth will break. The camp will tremble, the earth will shake. Jealous tongues like arrows fly, but judgment answers every lie. Your judgment answers every lie. Moses pleads with the brother's ache. God heal her now for mercy's sake. 7 days exile beyond the line, a lesson carved in the sands of time. The camp waits still, no one moves. A pause that scars, a grace that proves. Forgiveness breathes where pride once led, and Miriam rises from living dead. Just straight rage. Just straight rage. Not all rebellions roar like war. Some start quiet at the 12 men vanish beneath Canaan's moons. Grapes like burdens on a bending stave. A promise glimpsed a people's grave. Moses sends 12 with the soldiers nod. See the land carved out by God. Check the cities, guard your breath. Tell us if life that speaks of death. They cross the ridges with the hunter's gaze, tracing the bones of ancient days. Hebron's walls like giant throne, and sons carved deep in stone. Footsteps heavy where shadows loom. Faith collides with a looming dawn. Giants in the land, fear in the eyes. Truth gets twisted in 1,000 lies. Promise on the edge, courage on demand. Who will stand when the giants stand? In return with the prophet's dread, city fortified, towers overhead. We saw the giants annex kind. We felt like insects in our minds. Their words hit camp like a toxic wave, filling the air with the coward's grave. Doubt spreads fast when fear gets crowned. Rumors grow where faith is drowned. Caleb steps up with the lion's tone. Stand your ground, this land is known. If Yah is with us, walls will fall. The giants will crumble before our call. But the ten shout back with a venomous cry. Death awaits if we even try. A whole nation sways on a fragile breath. One move toward life or a spiral to death. Giants in the land, fear in the eyes. Truth gets twisted in 1,000 lies. Promise on the edge, courage on demand. Who will stand when the giants stand? Night unravels with a restless roar. Families wailing on the desert floor. The vision fades where terror grows, and faith gives way to the voice of foes. One choice decides a generation's fate, to walk in promise or die at the gate. 12 walked in, but only 2 saw the land through a faithful view. The giants stood, but not for long. For truth outlives the fear of the strong. The cry of a nation shakes the sand. A verdict hangs over the promised land. One night becomes a lifetime's cost. A whole generation marked as lost. They wail to dawn with the rebel's breath. Why leave Egypt for desert death? Why crown our grace with wilderness stone? Why follow Moses when fear has grown? Talk of stoning fills the air. A mob made judgment roar and bear. But glory flashes at the tent's front line. A fire that halts the fatal design. 40 years in one night sail. The promise lost, the fate revealed. Courage denied at the edge of sight. A lifetime born in a single night. The Lord declares with a thunder tone, I swore the land, but not to those who hold my promise in contempt, who curse the gift my mercy sent. Their bodies fall on the desert floor. Every complaint becomes a door. One step back and the path is closed. The wilderness becomes their abode. Caleb stands, Joshua too. Two out of millions who saw truth through. Do not rebel, the land is ours, but fear outshouts the faithful stars. The sentence lands like a hammer thrown. Your sons will walk what you disown. A circle carved in shift alone, climbing hills where defeat is sown. No ark with you, no Moses near. This battle ends in blood and fear. The Amalekite strikes, the Canaanite roars. They fall like dust off forbidden shores. Zeal without presence turns to ash. A reckless charge, a fatal crash. 40 years in one night sealed, a promise lost, a fate revealed. Courage denied at the edge of sight. A lifetime born in a single night. A single night. From one night alive. Night hangs thick over the Levite tents. A quiet storm of poison intense. 3 rise up with a serpent's pride, and judgment waits on the other side. Korah steps forward with Dathan and crew. 250 priests in view. Too much Moses, why you reign? Aren't all holy in his name? Their voices spark like a fusing straw, challenging heaven with broken law. Holy fire's not a crown to steal. They mistake the flame for something real. Pride breathes loud where the faithful sleep, but the ground remembers what rebels reap. The earth opens wide, no place left to hide. Pride falls faster than a desert stone when judgment answers what hands dethrone. When judgment answers what hands dethrone. Moses drops low with a grieving cry. Tomorrow the Lord will clarify. Bring your senses, stand your ground. Let fire decide who wears the crown. Morning breaks with a searing blaze, incense rising through the haze. But holy flame is a living sword. It cuts the false from the chosen of the Lord. The camp gathers tension tight. Every shadow holds a bite. Moses warns with a trembling shout. Step back now or be swallowed out. Lines are drawn in desert dust, a boundary carved between pride and trust. The earth opens wide, no place left to hide. Pride falls faster than a desert stone when judgment answers what hands dethrone. When judgment answers what hands dethrone. The ground splits open with the thundered scream, a pit of darkness where torches gleam. Korah plunges with his rebel kin, buried alive for collective sin. Then fire storms down on the priestly fraud, a flash of truth from a jealous God. Censers hammered into plates of brass, a warning forged for every class. But the people mourn with a twisted cry, blaming Moses for the rebels die. A plague ignites like a desert flame, a swift reply to a faithless blame. Aaron runs with the censer rays, smoke between living and dead is blaze. He stands in the breach while the numbers fall, a priestly shield for a faithless call. Then 12 staffs lie in the sanctuary's air. Only Aaron's blooms with almond flare. Life from a dead branch marks the seed. God chooses servants, not human greed. The earth still whispers where rebels slept, a warning buried but never kept. Ash and scarlet, cedar flame, a rite of cleansing in a world of blame. Death hangs heavy in the camp's slow breath. Holiness rises where life meets death. Bring the heifer without a scar, unyoked, unhandled, flawless so far. Outside the camp where the shadows creep, priests prepare what the desert keeps. Allows our scarlet thread. Fire consumes what once bled. Waters of purification rise, mixed with ashes under burning skies. Touch the dead and you wear the stain. Holy living water breaks the chain. Ashes gathered from the crimson pie, stored outside like a holy fire. Living water poured on sacred dust, life and judgment in a single thrust. Sprinkle the clean on the seventh day. Let the third day wash and clear the way. Miss the sequence, ignore the right. Uncle Les lingers like a stolen night. Death contaminates with the silent sting, from battlefield corpse to forgotten thing. No glamour, no glow, just a hidden rot, a law that remembers what we forgot. Purity ain't instinct, it's discipline, a ritual line drawn thick against sin. Waters of purification rise, mixed with ashes under burning skies. Touch the dead and you wear the stain. Holy living water breaks the The clean must wash after touching clay. The vessel shattered if death makes sway. Everything fragile breaks under law. Mortality staring with the perfect flaw. Your mercy lives in the cleansing bowl, a doorway cut for the aching soul. Ash and water, priest and flame, a strange salvation in Yahweh's name. Scarlet burns and the smoke unwinds. Holiness etched in purifying lines. A law of ashes in a world so vast. Life steps forward where death has passed. A dry land groans beneath the sun. A generation dying one by one. Two graves rise in a single year, and water flows where faith breaks fear. Miriam dies with the desert sigh. Her song now dust in the morning sky. No well, no stream, no hidden spring. Just thirsty voices that curse the king. They gather round with the same old cry. Why bring us here just to watch us die? No figs, no vines, no promised seed. Only sand for every need. The tent glows white with a trembling fire. Glory descends with a warning dire. Strike the rock, break the man, one wrong blow rewrites the plan. Water flows but the cost runs deep, a promise lost the faithful keep. Strike the rock, break the man, one wrong blow rewrites the plan. Water flows but the cost runs deep, a promise lost the faithful keep. Yeah, the Lord speaks clear with the prophet's tone. Take the staff and speak alone. Tell the rock before their sight, let water pour by my own might. But anger rises in Moses' chest, a weary shepherd who's failed the test. He lifts the staff with a bitter shout. Must we bring water for this drought? One strike, dust shakes like a wounded drum. Two strikes, echo of a verdict come. Water bursts from the shattered face, but mercy flows with the hidden trace. The Lord declares with a solemn breath, you misrepresented my holiness. Strike the rock, break the man, one wrong blow rewrites the plan. Water flows but the cost runs deep, a promise lost the faithful keep. Strike the rock, break the man, one wrong blow rewrites the plan. Water flows but the cost runs deep, a promise lost the faithful keep. Yeah. Edom blocks passage with the king's decree. No road through here, no memory free. Israel turns with the wounded pride. A detour mark where brothers divide. Then Aaron climbs the mountain's crest. His garments stripped from his final breath. Eleazar stands as the mantle falls. A silent torch in the priestly calls. The people stare as the sunset dies. Priestly garments under reddening skies. No trumpet speaks, no cymbal cries. Just desert wind and tear-stung eyes. Two elders gone in a single span. A shifting weight on the trembling man. One strike still echoes through the sand. A shepherd born from the promised land. Water still runs where the rock was torn, but leadership bleeds as the vow is sworn. A single moment, a lifelong cost. The man remains, but the land is
A journey circles like a wounded beast, a path delayed by a nation's grief. Sand and fire twist into one, a trial beneath the blazing sun.
around Edom's guarded line. A detour steep by design. Feet grow heavy, patience thin. Old complaints rise up again. Why lead us here? Where's bread? Where's rest? Where's the promise you profess? Manna despised, the covenant scorned, and judgment coils where doubt is born.
Heat on the wind, venom in the sand. Something stirs at the Lord's command.
Serpents in the burning wind. Fangs that answer rebel sin. Fire in the blood and the pulse grown thin. Only a lifted promise heals within. Only a lifted promise heals within. Only a lifted promise heals within. They fall like embers on the desert floor. Cries rising where the vipers roar. The Lord was right, we sinned, we spoke against the one whose mercy broke. God changed our night, our famine's grip. Now venom turns the tongue to slip. Moses stands with a trembling plea. Forgive this people, let healing be.
Make a serpent, raise it high. Let the dying lift their eye. Look and live, though the venom burns. Grace flows only where the gaze returns.
Bronze glints, harsh a desert glare. A symbol of judgment hanging in air. Serpents in the burning wind. Fangs that answer rebel sin. Fire in the blood and the pulse grown thin. Only a lifted promise heals within. Only a lifted promise heals within. The road moves on through a shifting land. Battles rising where kingdoms stand. Sion falls to the warrior tribes. OG collapses though the legends bribe. From Arnon's gorge to Bashan's crest. Victory breathes in a people blessed. The serpent stands as a memory burned. A lesson carved in the hearts that turned. The desert quiets, those scars remain. Bronze gleams bright through the healing pain. A simple glance, a life restored. Grace in the wilderness of the A king calls curses from a foreign height. Gold stacked deep for a prophet's sight. But heaven moves with a hidden blade. An unseen warrior in a desert glide. Balak sends men with a bribe-filled hand. Come curses reawaken their stand. Their shadow spreads like a gathering storm. Break their march before it forms. Balaam listens with the merchant's grin. Caught between prophecy and sin. But the Lord speaks clear with the thundered breath. You won't curse those I pulled from death. The road narrows, the angel waits. A drawn sword hanging between two fates. Eyes uncovered, truth revealed. A blade of heaven in the battlefield. No curse stands where his word has sealed. A nation blessed that none can yield. And none can yield. Okay, Balaam rides out with ambition spark. But the donkey sees what the man keeps dark. An angel blazing between the stones. A warrior formed from holy tones. The beast spears off and crushes his pride. Presses his foot on the mountainside. Balaam rages with the blind man's hate. Until the donkey speaks of a death he'd face. Then the Lord snaps open the prophet's eyes. Sees the sword, sees the truth, sees through the lies. He bows low in the dust of fear. A man undone by what draws near. He walks on now with a humble breath. A hostage held from a prophet's death. Eyes uncovered, truth revealed. A blade of heaven in the battlefield. No curse stands where his word has sealed. A nation blessed that none can yield. None can yield. On Moab's heights with the pagan king. Balaam lives what the Lord will bring. No curse, no hex, no shadowed spell. Only blessing the mountains tell. A people rise like a lion awake. No one overturns what the God will make. The shout of a king is among their bands. A kingdom written in unseen hands. Balak rages, don't bless, don't speak. But truth breaks out when the heavens speak. From Pisgah's ridge to the peaks appear. The prophet chants what he can't ignore. A star will rise out of Jacob soon. A scepter blaze like a desert moon. Nations fall at the lion's tread. A future crown with a blessed are led. Eyes uncovered, truth revealed. A blade of heaven in the battlefield. No curse stands where his word has sealed. A nation blessed that none can yield. None can yield. Gold lies cold at the prophet's feet. Truth burns hotter than kings can meet. Balaam leaves with the warning's brand. No curse survives. With the Lord will stand. None can yield. With the Lord will stand.
Moab's fires burn beyond the ridge. Soft voices calling from a shadow bridge. Temptation moves like a whispering door. And death steps in through the sin of Peor. Yo.
Camp grows restless on the borders line. Moab's daughters dressed to entwine. They smile with eyes like hidden knives, drawing the tribes into poison ride.
hesitation in the holy command. He moves through the camp like a drawn-out flame, a single stroke in the Lord's own name. Two fall pierced in their secret bed, and the plague stops dead where the blood is shed. Plague at pure fire in the vein, judgment rising through corrupted chains. One bold strike ends the score. Steel burns bright on the heights of Pierre. Red dawn, red dawn. Red dawn. 24,000 breathe the last, a shadow burn from a moment's past. But Phineas stands with the covenant share, peace engraved in the desert air. His line marked out with a priestly seal, a promise bound to a warrior's zeal. Pure fades, but the warning stays. Desire can kill in 1,000 ways. Smoke rises thin from the shattered shore. Sin meets steel at the gates of pure. A nation trembles at the cost they bore. Life restored, but never as before. 40 years fade like a smoke-borne ghost. A new generation rises from a broken host. Lines are drawn in the dust of time. A nation rebuilt with the warrior's spine. With the warrior's spine. Count the tribes from the desert floor, names repeating from a distant war. But the rebels' line has turned to ash. Only the faithful survive the crash. 60,000 here, tribe rising there. A census cut from the wilderness air. Every number a living flame, a testament forged from judgment's name. Old bones buried, new breath raised. A nation forged where the fire blazed. Borders of promise carved in sand. A final word from a dying land. Wilderness fades at the Lord's command. A people step forward to take the land. To take the land. To take the land. 5 women stand with a fearless plea. Inheritance written in their legacy. No father left to claim our line. Give us land by the law divine. The Lord affirms what their courage spoke. A chain unbroken when justice woke. Daughters rising when customs fall. A legal spark in the tribal wall. Moses climbs where the summit bleeds. A final glance at the promised seeds. The Lord declares with a sovereign flame. Joshua stands in your mantle's name. Hands pressed firm, the torch passed on. A leader rises as the sun sinks gone. The wilderness era begins to fold. A new commander steps out bold. Borders of promise carved in sand. A final word from a dying land. Wilderness fades at the Lord's command. A people step forward to take the land. We're about to take the land. We're about to take the land. New laws settle like stones in clay. Offerings marked for the holy day. Vows weighed out with the binding art. Oaths that cut straight through the heart. Midian falls under justice's roar. Vengeance sweeping the ancient score. 12,000 march with the soldiers' cry. Returning clean while the idols die. Reuben and Gad step up to speak. Let our herds remain on this eastern peak. Moses warns with the shepherd's flame. Don't discourage hearts or the guilty name. So they pledge to fight till the war is done. 6 cities rise with the sacred shield. Mercy built on a blood-marked field. Run if a life is taken by chance. Justice meets mercy in a trembling stance. Levites scattered in a sacred spread. Priestly presence where fear once fled. A land structured for every tribe. Geometry drawn by the holy scribe. The borders laid from the desert line to the great seas roar in the Jordan spine. Mountains named, horizons traced. A homeland measured, tribe placed. Daughters of Manasseh keep the vow. Inheritance guarded from then to now. The bookends quiet but firm as stone. A kingdom framed, a promise sown. One generation dies, another stands. The footsteps pressed into promised lands. Numbers closes with a steady hand. A roadmap drawn by divine command. The wilderness ends, but the conquest begins.
To take the land.